Hey guys, Cyrus back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys about the few things that you need to GSR swap your EK hatch. Mine specifically is a 1998, and that requires it to have a few things that I will get into later on in the video. But for now, let's just hop right into this video and let's get started on what you need. So first of all, of course, what you're going to need is the motor. Now right here I have my B18C1 block and I have the B18C1 head right now. The head and block are both disassembled. I'm reassembling those as we speak, and eventually I'll have that ready to get in the car. Another thing, well, let me talk about this first before I even forget about it. The first things that you're going to want are your mounts. I specifically chose to go with the innovative mounts. One thing that those mounts do not come with though are I believe the T-bracket mount as well as the post mount. So you're gonna have to order those separately, and then order the innovative mounts if you want to go that route. Or I believe you can also go Hasport too. But one thing that you can do though, I believe you can use, if you're using a D-series motor, if your car's coming from a D-series, I believe you can use the D-series tranny mount that's already in the car. I believe you can reuse that mount. There's a few mounts that you can reuse, but I'm going to go ahead and replace most of the mounts because this shell has over 300,000 miles on it, and I believe it's still using the stock motor mounts. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do a whole refresh on the mounts. Another thing you're going to want to need, let's just keep talking about the transmission since we're here. For the transmission, you're going to want a B-series shift linkage. I believe any B-series shift linkage will work. When it comes to the axles, I'm using Gsr axles, and since I'm using Gsr axles, I have to use a Gsr half shaft. So you're going to want to use the same half shaft as your axles, I believe, and the same as your tranny. Well, actually, I think it's just dependent on what your axles are. So I have a Gsr half shaft, and that will be in this box right here. Another thing is your intake manifold. Now when it comes to your intake manifold, you're going to need the same throttle cable as your intake manifold or as your throttle body. So I'm using a Gsr intake manifold, so I'm going to need a Gsr throttle cable. Another few things you're going to need the timing belt, water pump, all that jazz. A B-series distributor. You're going to need the wires for your distributor, and I'm using just some NGK spark plugs. All this stuff I got on eBay, so it's not like hard to find or anything like that. Some things I did take a while to find, which is why I haven't been able to throw this in the car yet. But I'm waiting on a few of the other things to come in, like my innovative motor mounts. I'm still waiting for those to come in actually. But yeah, okay, let's get started on the wiring harness. Now for the wiring harness, you're going to want to use I'm personally using a 1998 Honda Civic EX wiring harness because it already has majority of the stuff wired in that I would have to wire in if I were trying to use the wiring harness that's on the car. For example, that being like the knock sensor wires and the VTEC wires. So just a lot easier for me to it was a lot easier for me to source out a 1998 Honda Civic EX wiring harness. Now I'm trying to think of what else do you need, because I know I'm going to forget something, and then once I had this video uploaded or whatever, I'm going to be like, damn, I forgot it. All right. Two things I forgot to mention in the video. First of all, you're going to need an exhaust manifold. You're going to need a B-series exhaust manifold. And also, you're going to need B-series hoses. Now, you can use the same radiator and AC if you want. The D-series ones will work, but the hoses will not work. You're going to need bigger hoses. So you're going to need B-series hoses, but the radiator will work just fine from what I hear. Cooling-wise, it gets the job done, and the AC unit will work just fine. It gets the job done. Those are two things that I forgot to mention. If you notice I'm forgetting anything, please let me know, because this is honestly my first time ever doing an engine swap, and that's another reason why I'm making this video, to make sure I have everything You guys are very helpful, the guys who are subbed to my channel. So you guys always help me out in advance, so I appreciate that, and that's another reason why I'm making this video. I'm asking for help, making sure I have everything, and I appreciate the knowledge that you guys give me, so thank you guys on that already. But for the most part, I believe that is everything you need, other than like the obvious stuff like head gaskets and things like that. Like if you guys want to know what I'm going to be building this motor with, I'm going to be using Hastings piston rings. I'll either use, because I have ACL bearings, I might either use ACL bearings, and I also have King bearings. So whichever one you guys think are the best, let me know down in the comment section below, and let me know why. I'm running a naturally aspirated build. I don't think I'll ever turbo this setup, so we'll see. I say stuff, and yeah, and then I end up doing stuff. So yeah, so yeah. Also, this engine is going to have a Type R piston, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, this is going to be a really fun build, and I'm really excited for the direction it's going. And I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be using ARP head studs and rod bolts. So yeah, I believe I covered the gist of everything. Oh, the ECU. So for the ECU, what you're going to want is an OBD. You're going to want to run OBD1 if you're going to want to tune the car. You're going to run OBD2 if you're going to basically not tune the car, and OBD2 is better for the environment, and it's easier to pass like inspections and stuff like that. And so like that's another thing. It's probably just dependent on your state that you live in, what you're going to want to run. But I'm going to be doing OBD1, so I'm going to need a jumper harness because my motor is an OBD2 motor. So I'm gonna have to use a jumper harness to use I believe a P28 ECU. If I was running OBD2, I think I would have to use a P72 ECU. Not 100% sure. Please fact check me. Please fact check me. Off the top of my head, that's everything that I can think of that you would need for a GSR swap into a EK hatch. Now, this does vary from chassis to chassis on the things that you're going to need, so you're going to have to do a little bit of research on yourself, by yourself, to figure out what you need. But yeah, if I end up thinking of anything, I'll write it down in the comment section, and I'm pretty sure someone watching this video will correct me if I say anything wrong. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please leave down anything that I've missed down in the bottom, just so anybody who's watching this video can know what they need, and they'll have the knowledge needed for when they decide to do the build. And if you've already done this build, if you've already done this swap, please let me know how it went. How'd it go for you? I would love to know. And do you have any tips for me for when I do this swap for the first time ever? So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. This is video number 5 in a row, I think, daily. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on the daily videos. I was gonna go ahead and completely disassemble this head and redo the valves, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just run it how it is. I mean, if I do take it apart, I might as well just go ahead and replace everything, and your boy does not have the money for that right now. As you can see, I'm already putting together a whole engine swap, so yeah, I gotta be pretty smart about how I do this. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.